You're kind of loud. I think you need to turn your sensitivity down. There should be a thing under voice and video, I believe. Yeah, turn down your input volume under voice and video. Tad a bit more.
Hey, how's it going?
You're loud, but it's bearable. You're good.
How's it going, gents? Just so you know, I'm gonna have to hop off here in a moment. Also, I managed to fucking make my doctrine in fucking 5 hours. Fuck. God. I am very, very high and very, very tired. I'm going to need assistance creating my character.
Yeah.
You can literally ask anyone in that Operation HOS Victory. I am beyond baked.
Well, we're waiting for 2 other people.
Also, I'm gonna be hopping off of the call here for the security debrief whenever the fuck that happens. Gotta spread my propaganda, you know.
Uh,
Okay. Fuck.
all right. I guess. See. I guess we're waiting on Eric Gitlin. I guess. While we're waiting on him, y'all can probably go ahead and start rolling and everything for your character sheets and whatnot, getting it ready.
I have to get off for a bit. I will talk to you gentlemen later.
All right.
You do want us to roll for stats?
Yeah. I think the D&D Beyond website has a rolling
Yeah, it
thing.
does. Are you allowing optional class features from Tasha's?
Uh, yeah, yes, we can do that.
All right, and then what was the rule on feats?
Yeah, you can do feats.
Okay. Are we getting one at the start, or are we getting it in replacing our ASI?
You can get one at the start to help along with the adventure.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. Okay, I have to do this first. Okay. This is what I get for not having a D&D Beyond subscription. I have to delete characters in order to make space for this one.
That's right. You only get 6 characters, don't you?
Yep. So I had to download the sheet of the one I had to delete, so that I could make room for this one. And we're starting at level 1, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe because the Lost Mine of Phandelver is the starter campaign.
I've never played Lost Mines, so even though I've been playing for 3, 4 years, I've only played part of one module, and I'm still in the middle of it. So most everything else I've been doing has been
Yeah, the last don't feel bad. The last D&D I actually played was 3.5, and that was when my dad was the DM. So this
uh,
is this is a learning experience for me. I get to be DM and I'm learning the new rules. Although it seems a bit simpler than 3.5, so
5e, yeah, is a lot simpler than 3.5.
and whenever y'all finish y'all's characters, y'all can post the character sheet link in the Trello page.
I just want to know what's everyone else making? Because I was thinking of doing a half a lightfoot halfling with the ranger class. Hmm.
But you're multi-classing into wizard, you said, right? Which class are you favoring of those two? Okay. Okay. Then I may have to think of something. No, necromancy is a subclass of wizard. Yeah, you have to hit level 3, I think, before you choose a wizard subclass. It might be level 2. I don't quite remember off the top of my head. Yeah, for a lot of classes in 5th edition, you have to hit level 3 to get your subclass. Some
Yeah.
of them it's 2, and I think for warlocks and clerics, and maybe special other classes, you get them right at level 1. Yeah, because the psionic character that I was
Sorcerers
thinking
also get
of
it at level
doing.
1. Sorcerers also get their subclass at level 1
Oh, yeah.
because that's bloodline.
Yeah, because they have their sorceress heritage or whatever that thing is called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, wizards do get theirs at level 2.
Yeah, they might. I think
I think-
wizards and druids get theirs at level 2.
Yeah, and then
Wizards-
warlocks, clerics, and sorcerers get theirs at 1.
Mm-hmm.
and then all the martial classes get it at 3.
Yeah. No. The number of spells you can. Wizards are weird. They're like both prepared and known casters combined into one. So you'll pick a certain number of spells that you know from that list. With D&D Beyond, it'll tell you exactly how many you can get. It's based off of your intelligence modifier, I think, for level 1. Yeah, what D&D Beyond has you go through this real stupid. They have you roll up for abilities after you pick your class. When a lot of the stuff for the class is based on your ability modifiers. For wizards, I think you start at level 1 with 3 or 4 cantrips. And then I think you get to pick somewhere between 4 and 6 spells at level 1, and then the number of spells you can prepare is, I think, either half of your level or your full level plus your intelligence modifier. So yeah, D&D Beyond will kind of walk you through that whole process. It'll tell you when you can stop learning spells. Well, it might not for learned spells. For cantrips, it'll tell you when to stop. I don't remember offhand how many spells you get with level 1 wizard. Been a while since I've played as a wizard. You get 6 first level spells of your choice when you take level 1 wizard. And you know 3 cantrips of your choice.
I think the way it's set up on the D&D Beyond, they let you prepare one spell as a wizard at level 1.
Prepare? No. Preparing spells for wizard is I'm looking at the wizard page on D&D Beyond right now. It's your intelligence modifier plus your wizard level. So you'll have a minimum of 1 spell. Prepared and known spells work different in 5th edition to I think how they do in 3.5. In 3.5 you prepare I think a number of that particular spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in 5th edition, you can cast the same spell over and over again until you either run out of spell slots, unless it's a cantrip. Cantrip can infinite cast, rather than having to prepare a certain number of them.
So it's just streamlining it then.
Very streamlined.
And then we're uploading it to the Tello. What link?
Yeah, the Trello link.
Okay.
Hmm. Do the manual / roll.
Yeah, with the rolling, it'll set it to 4d6, drop the lowest automatically. For which class? Your casting modifier will be your intelligence modifier. If you're making concentration saves, that's based off of your constitution modifier. So are you going level 1 wizard then to start instead of rogue? Or am I hearing somebody totally different? The 3rd level. Yeah, yeah, you only get 1 to 5. So are you not multi? I'm just trying to understand what your game plan is here then. Okay, so you still plan on multi-classing. All right, and you're starting. So you're going to start with level 1 rogue then, and multi-class into wizard for level 2. No. Multi-classing in 5e works different to 3.5. There are no what are they called in 3.5? 3.5 are with the Gestalt classes or whatever.
Yeah,
With
there was.
yeah, with 5e to multi-class, you have to hit a 2nd level. So for level, you'll have to pick one or the other. And then once you hit level 2, you can take the 2nd class or stick with your first one.
Okay.
Okay. Then I may have to figure out sort of what I want to do then. The character I've been looking at playing for a while, the psionic, is using a rogue subclass, but I don't want to have two people in the party under the same class. If it can be avoided.
This is why I pick Ranger.
Yeah, nobody plays Ranger. There's a reason for that.
Yep. I know.
But I mean, I guess with optional class features, you have a bit more utility at your disposal, depending on what you
Yeah.
want to go with. So.
Yeah, the optional class features in Tasha's pretty much gives me expertise later on. I think around level 3, I get expertise.
I think depending on your subclass, maybe. But yeah, with Tasha's, the optional features, you can replace with Ranger. You can replace some of your features.
Yeah, I know. I already replaced favorite enemy with favorite foe.
Yep. Okay. The guys that aren't here, other than Katie, I know what she's playing already. Do we have any idea what either of them are going to be playing?
I haven't discussed anything since we all talked last week in the OOC chat. So
Then I will try and scroll up and see sort of what everyone's ideas were for things. Do you know him from previous games or? Okay. Okay, so you guys know each other. All right. Um,
I know Aaron Gitlum said they said something like they like rogues and bards, so they could be
yeah.
one of the two.
Okay. Let's see. Katie's playing a Celestial Warlock, so she's Charisma caster. Your Rogue Wizard will be Intelligence caster. Greensy, what are you? You're playing Ranger, so you'll have Wisdom for your casting if
Yep.
you get into casting heavily.
Yeah, but I'll mainly be melee long ranged.
Yeah.
The wisdom is only for my the spell save DC.
Yeah. Yeah, for the spells that you do actually
Yeah.
have, since you don't really have that many.
Yeah.
I think there's rules for that. I don't remember what they are offhand. Every game I've been in rules it differently, so. That's based off of your race. Yeah, there are ways of learning extra languages. The linguist feat gives you 3. I think Prodigy gives you 1, but I think that has a thing of being half elf, half orc, or human. There's a couple of feats that can give you languages. Linguist is a big one, giving you 3. And I think there's rules for actually taking like downtime to do it. But I don't know where those are. The only frame of reference I have for that is that it's 8 weeks minus your intelligence modifier. But I don't know if that's a homebrew, the DM who's running that game, or if that's the actual rule. I think that's either something from the Dungeon Master's Guide or from Xanathar's. That sounds like one of those 2 books.
But I like we can keep it. I like keeping it official because it's easier to roll on, and it reduces the risk of something being too overpowered. I mean, if you want to waste a feat, you can. Yeah. So to learn the language in the game, it takes 8 weeks of in-game play and requires someone in the group to speak the language, and they travel together.
Hmm.
It says this is reduced as follows: minus 1 week if one other person in the group speaks the language, and then minus a week if any of the people speak it natively, like a dwarf teaching Dwarven. I think you just have to. Yeah. Well, I don't think it. I think the background is a little different than your backstory.
Yeah, story is totally separate from background. Background just gives you a couple of extra skills and a feature that usually never actually comes into play whatsoever. So
Yeah, because your
most people just
background.
use it for the skill proficiencies more than anything else.
Because you make up your own backstory.
Yeah. Some people like to tie it into whatever their background is. Most people do, but it isn't like a strict requirement. Yeah, some of the backgrounds do.
And it also gives you extra starting money.
Yeah.
Extra gold. There's also primordial. Yeah. I think that's mainly for speaking to elementals.
Yeah, primordial is the universal elemental language, but I don't actually know if any of the elemental stat blocks list primordial as a known language.
I know that the Genasi have primordial.
Yeah, the Genasi races that you can play as do get primordial. I mean, like the actual like fire elementals or earth elementals
Yeah.
have primordial on their stats.
Yeah. I don't know that.
Celestial is the angelic language, so it is basically for deity type things, but it is not like specific to the gods alone. So things, yeah. So anything tagged with celestial, so stuff like unicorns, angels, and stuff like that, generally have some way of understanding celestial, even if they cannot respond. That's kind of up to your character's backstory, whether or not they're religious or whether or not they sort of do more like are more interested in sort of the elemental planes. Or you could just find a way of getting both and not having to deal with the choice. So yeah, I don't really know offhand sort of which language would be better for that.
But I reckon for the ones that didn't make it to the session, I'll let them know to go ahead and make their character sheets and send it in. And if they can make it next week, I can work them in.
Yeah, Katie will be here next week. She just had stuff going on this weekend. I think she's already made her sheet and sent it to you, though.
Yeah, I looked over it.
Yeah.
I want to the next after the character creation. Since y'all three are here, did y'all want to go over your character backstories, or wait till next week when everybody's in and y'all can do like a in character role play meetup?
I know at least myself and Katie would prefer to do stuff like that more in character with everybody here. But I think sort of just checking our character sheets and making sure we're not missing anything or something is like wrong with our sheets is probably fine.
All right, yeah. That'll give y'all an extra week too to work on your backstories and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. What level does this module go up to?
It goes up to level 5, I believe, is what it says.
Okay, that's real low level.
Yeah, because it's designed to where you can, after you complete it, it's designed where you can fit it to go along with any other module.
Yeah, it's sort of meant to be like your intro to generic campaign, or another module, or sort of whatever you want it to be, really, I guess. Like I said, I've never actually played Lost Mines, despite it being like one of the most played, I think, modules out there.
Yeah, it's the cheapest one. It's only $20 to get your hand on.
I actually own it. D&D Beyond gave it away for free not too long ago. So I own it.
Yeah.
I just haven't ever played it or even looked at any of the source material.
Yeah, I bought the box set for it, so it came with all the dice. It comes with like a free set of dice and everything.
Yeah, and the pre-generated characters.
Oh, did you get it with the actual starter set?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No, well, I only got Lost Mines. I don't have the starter set. I only have 2 books, which is the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook. Everything else I own is either online or shared through other D&D Beyond games with people who have all of the stuff on there.
Yeah, I know because I've been I figure if we started with this one, I can easily work in if we want to do an official. If y'all still want to continue with the group, we can do an official module, or we can work in like a homebrew module or whatever.
Oh my god, I've been muted this entire time. Oh my god. I'm I'm an idiot. Just thank you to the people who followed. Thank you. I ended up going rogue. I hope my stream's actually working pretty good. Let's see. Alright, so I'm a little confused about something here. On the equipment part, right? Is where it says current inventory, is that the stuff that's in my inventory already, or is it stuff that I can equip in my inventory?
Current inventory would be stuff that is in your inventory, I believe.
Alright, so it's stuff I can use because it's in my inventory.
Yes.
Alright, thank you.
I believe on D&D Beyond, once you put something in your inventory, it'll give you the option to equip, like the armor and the weapons and stuff.
Yeah, once you have your equipment set in your inventory, there will be buttons. They'll be grayed out, but you can click on them to wield or equip or whatever, everything. Because D&D Beyond will auto-calculate armor class and to hit bonuses and damage bonuses and whatnot, as long as you have the items equipped and whatnot. So
Takes a lot of the guesswork out of it.
Yeah, that's why D&D Beyond is so nice with a lot of things.
I feel like I got a pretty good armor class for once.
Well, if you're playing, if your first level is in Rogue, and you have a decent dexterity modifier, with leather armor, I think max, if you get a 20 in dexterity at level 1, your AC should be like 15 or 16.
My current armor class is 14.
14, so you have a plus 3 to dex then?
Let me see. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. 14 is kind of the average for a lot of starting one, for a lot of dex-based level 1 characters.
Yeah, but what I mean is because it surprised me because this is the first time I have a decent armor class rating.
Well, armor class in 5th edition also works different to 3.5, I think. Armor class is pretty static for the most part.
Oh, I got some pretty bad hit points.
Well, you got a D8 for your hit dice. So if you have a low constitution modifier, it'll be pretty low.
Yeah, my hit points is 7.
You have a -1 to con then?
I think that's -2.
Well,
Yeah,
rogue have a D8 hit die.
I have a -1 to Constitution.
Okay.
Yeah, as a rogue, because you'll get 8 plus your con mod at level 1. If you have a -1, it'll be 8 minus the 1. So that's why your HP is that low. Level 1 is real squishy.
Hey, but I got a +3 to my initiative.
Yeah.
I got lucky with my rolls. I got a 16.
Ooh, I got a +4 to Persuasion.
Maybe I should have been a rogue. Have a +8 to stealth.
Yeah, I'm looking over your character sheet that you posted.
You're lucky. I got a +5 to stealth and sleight of hand.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I put my Kenny for Death Explorer is stealth.
Alright, so what do I do now that I'm finished making it? Where do I post it?
You take the link and you put it in the Trello board.
What Trello board?
Go under the resources tab under bboard, and you'll see the link for Trello.
Sorry, y'all. Y'all can't see this part.
I know on Katie's character sheet, she's got fairly average rolls until you get to charisma. She's got an 18.
Well, she's a charisma caster, so kind of needs high charisma.
Yeah.
Alright, I posted it, Adrian.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Tell me what you think.
It's a pretty decent sheet.
Yeah, did you look at the my background? Or, I mean,
What?
my origin, whatever?
You're going to speak again. You're going out.
Did you look at my origin or my background, whatever it is? I can't, I don't know if I can edit it because I forgot to put, because I don't know how to spell Duishenlin, so I just went with Elengard.
You didn't choose any feats.
What do you mean? Yeah, it didn't show up. I don't know how.
Oh, you
You
have
can
to go
edit in manually.
features
Yeah.
and traits. Scroll all the way down, and then manage feat, and then you can add it.
Alright, it only allowed me to put 1 feat, so there we go. But quick question. If I'm persuasive enough, will I be able to convert my party into my religion?
I think that would be up to you and the other players. Are you going to be handing out pamphlets or?
That's going. I was thinking that's part of how we was gonna in the tavern. I was probably gonna be walking around handing out pamphlets. Speaking of my religion.
Well, are you
Well,
rolling persuasion
some
or
characters are
deception?
already religious before then, like Katie's character playing a Celestial Warlock.
Yeah, I mean,
So I don't know if the whole conversion part is a thing, but like I don't see why walking around like spreading the word or whatever would be like bad, at least in my eyes.
Oh no, I asked him if I was able to use persuasion to convert y'all.
Yeah, he was talking about the party. If it was an NPC, I wouldn't have said anything, but that's up to the party and their individual choice. You got a pretty good initiative.
Who?
You,
Oh yeah.
but Greensies is better.
That's only because I rolled a 16 and I have a +2 with Dex.
Oh crap! I might have put OBS into full screen just now, and I can't get it to get out of full screen.
Uh,
I think F11 is the default for changing in and out of full screen. It might be different for OBS. I don't know.
All right, there we go. Thank you.
I didn't even know I had a full screen.
What?
I didn't even know I had a full screen mode.
Yeah, I didn't know either till just now.
So you chose grappler as your feat?
It was the only one I was allowed to choose.
Oh yeah, if you don't own any of the content on D&D Beyond, it won't let you pick things. You
Yeah.
might be able to add stuff in manually elsewhere, but
And I think this is good for now. I mean, it makes me better at close quarters combat. So is this just a build session, or are we doing and we're just doing the meeting in the pub later next Saturday?
What is it?
Are we going to be doing the party introduction next Saturday, or in today's just character creation, or what?
It's just character creation, just to get all the character sheets in order and all that.
Alright, someone needs to text the other person so they can do
I'll,
their
I'll,
character sheet.
I'm gonna message them after the session and tell them that they can make the character sheet and send it in.
Alright, and I'll get Justice to create his whenever he's not high. So dang. I thought I did make that proficiency. Alright. Hey, is a walking speed of 35 feet pretty good?
That's 5 feet better than standard. But that's because if you race that you have the extra 5 feet. So
Okay. Because I'm
That's 10 feet more than me.
because I'm so used
it's
to
5
having
feet
like
more than most.
I'm just used to it being like in the single digits.
Yeah, 5th edition measures in feet rather than squares. So
But essentially, it's 7 squares.
yeah, 5 feet is 1 square basically. So if you want to think of it that way, you have 7 squares compared to 6.
Oh, I haven't ever played any other edition besides 5, but most of the time when I played, most people didn't tell me what was what. That's why until today, I always, thought you rolled for your character stats with a d20.
The main thing your D20 for is it's for your, what is it, the
Ability checks,
AC?
saving throw, yeah, ability checks, saving throws, and weapon attacks.
Yeah.
And spell attacks.
Yeah.
But using a D20 for stats is chaos.
I've heard horror stories of people who've tried to do that before. Because everyone rolls really, really low.
Yeah, it's either an off chance of it being high and then mostly very low.
Unless you're me. Then, you end up with the strength to rip a bugbear's head off with your bare hands as a rogue.
I know there's some DMs that'll do it where they'll allow it's 4, you can roll 4 D6s, and if you roll a 1, you can re-roll that 1.
Yeah, that's a lot of DMs who sort of where combat isn't necessarily like the big focus of the game. They're more comfortable with sort of allowing people to have generally higher stats. Or people who just want all of the characters, all of the PCs to be super OP, so they can throw super OP monsters at them.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I will tell you if we need to investigate anything. I think I'm going to be pretty good at it. I have a passive investigation of 12.
Of 12?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty good for level 1.
That's pretty. I mean, it means you have a +2 to your intelligence and no proficiency. 10 is the baseline for passives.
Yeah.
So it's better than normal, but I wouldn't say it's good, like much better.
Well, I mean, it's much better than what I used to have all the time.
But it's
Because I used to just, even as playing as a rogue, I would just pour my highest points into strength. And so I'd end up with a pretty crappy build, but really strong. So this time I actually I feel like a well-balanced build for a rogue.
Yeah, and that's more. I think a lot of the issues that you're running into there is more because of the edition you're playing, and it's kind of hard to build certain classes the way you want them to be built. 5th edition makes it really, really easy to build a character the way you want them to be. So if you
Yeah.
want a skill monkey, you can make a skill monkey very easily. If you want someone to be really, really good at hitting things, you can make a character that's really, really good at hitting things very easily.
there's not as big of a learning curve with 5th edition.
Yeah, that was the kind of one of the big things that they wanted to do with it. After 3.5 and 4th edition, they wanted to sort of simplify things down to bring new people in because of how complicated the older editions were.
Is a +4 for your saving throw intelligence good?
Yeah, that's pretty decent for level 1. That's pretty decent. With your proficiency, it makes it a little easier for certain things. So, because for saving throws, it's just a d20 plus the associated stat, unless you have proficiency. Then you'll add your
Yeah.
proficiency bonus.
See, because I put my highest one into dexterity because I'm maining a rogue. But
Yeah.
Next level I'm gonna be multi-classing, so
Into intelligence. So yeah.
I put my second highest into intelligence.
Yeah.
Although I think wisdom has my second lowest.
Wisdom as your second lowest for a rogue can be okay. It's not like a huge deal, especially if we have someone else in the party who has a really high wisdom score for whatever reason. But
Well, I mean, Blitz knows the reason for why I'm gonna be multi-classing. There's a specific spell I want.
well, if it's first level or a cantrip, you can just get it with a feat.
Oh no! It's something that I gotta learn after a while. It's a high class spell.
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically a spell to turn one form of liquid into another.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's homebrew.
I don't know
or
if that's a spell that
official.
exists in 5th edition. I don't know if there are. There's transmutation spells, but I don't know if there's that kind of transmutation spell.
I know in 3.5 there was a spell to turn the ground basically to mud and sink people in it, but that was about it.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
by the way, that's an official spell now in 5e2. It's ground mold or whatever. I saw it because it's a
Mold Earth.
cantrip.
Oh, mold earth. I don't know if it can
Yeah.
turn sort of stuff into mud like in a big area like that. But I
Oh
know what
no
you're talking
no,
about.
I meant for the type of spell, what you can do with it, type of thing. Because he was telling me about a story of somebody using that spell, and they turned the ground into mud to sink an army, and then turned it back to normal, so they could kill off the entire army without a fight.
Not sure cantrip is that strong, being as you can only target a 5-foot area with it. But
No,
I'm pretty
no.
sure it was one of those house rule things where the DM allowed it for a very,
yeah, if
very high roll.
it's for story reasons, yeah, I can see that sort of working. But yeah, there's not really. I don't think there's actually really any sort of spell that will allow you to change liquids into other liquids. At least not like rules
No,
is like sort of.
I think I'm thinking of it wrong. Because there was either liquids or like elements, not elements, kind of like alchemy, I guess.
It would be a transmutation, but I don't
That's
think
what I'm looking at the transmutation list right now, and I don't really see anything that's kind of along the lines of what you're talking about.
yeah, there's not an official one for liquid.
I'll probably think of another edition then. It might be one of those made up homemade spells that you used to
Yeah,
be able
it's
to
not.
do.
Yeah, that sounds like something that's homebrew, and homebrew is entirely dependent on whether the DM will allow it, because usually it's unplay tested and not made by Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
I know there's a there's a home on the homebrew wiki. There's a transmute liquid for 3.5 that was a homebrew, and that's about the only thing online that I can find.
So it probably was one of those custom made spells.
Yeah, if it's labeled as homebrew, that's custom made.
I wish they wouldn't have removed custom made spells.
It's pretty.
They haven't. It's
It was
just
pretty
entirely
OP.
dependent on the DM whether or not they allow it or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a whole section on D&D Beyond for homebrew stuff.
Yeah, because this Transmute Liquid one that I found for 3.5 was pretty OP. It's the base is 50 feet plus an extra 5 feet per level.
Yeah. I think that's the one I'm thinking of where the dude who made it, he turned an entire lake into nitroglycerin and basically sent a spark into it. But that, and I want to learn necromancy for once.
Necromancy, you're going to have to hit 3rd level wizard to even do. Or 2nd level wizard, I guess.
Yeah.
That's when you'll get your subclass. You can take certain necromancy spells, but if you go with the necromancy subclass, you'll get a lot of bonuses to necromancy spells.
Yeah. Well, that what I was thinking, because since I'm trying to make my character a god, right? At the end of our adventures.
That's quite the ambition.
It is
Yeah,
one
it
of
is.
my
Especially for someone who isn't like already a religious class of sorts.
well, as part of the background, I got to choose religion as something that came along with being a noble.
That's
Yeah.
a proficiency.
That's just a
in
skill
it.
proficiency. It doesn't mean you have to be necessarily religious or
Nah.
attempting to become a god.
Basically, what I'm gonna be doing a lot of times in RP through our travels is spreading the religion of my religion, and getting followers, so that way at the end of the adventures I can ascend to godhood.
It sounds like you'd be better fit for a paladin doing that.
Nah, I want to be a rogue god.
Pretty sure there is one of those that kind of already exists, but I mean, I guess you can try and like take their spot or whatever. However, the gods work in this world.
Shh. Not if I kill them first. Yeah, I'm joking. That I was thinking with my wizard class, I try going for holy magic, or well, more holy type magics. It's like light magic or whatever.
There isn't really like that kind of magic for wizards because that's if holy magic is for the religious classes, so for clerics and paladins. It doesn't really extend outside of that.
Okay, so if you're a wizard, are you not able to learn smite?
No, you can't get smites. I think you might get access to a single smite as a blade singer, but that's a specific subclass, and I don't even know if they get access to any smites as a. Smites are almost exclusive to paladins only, and very specific cleric subclasses.
Is there any lightning magic that you can learn as a wizard?
Yeah, there's lightning magic.
Yeah, there's lots of lightning.
All right, I'll just learn some lightning magics and call them smites, pseudo smites.
I think there's even some light. I think there's there should be on your D&D Beyond some lightning cantrips too in 1st level spells.
Yeah,
I think the only one that I know, at least offhand, is lightning lure, but that pulls things towards you.
well, I mean, anyway, I'm gonna learn as a wizard. I'm gonna learn as much lightning magic as possible, and just call it my pseudo smites.
Yeah, there's only 2 lightning damage cantrips: lightning lure and shocking grasp. Lightning lure pulls enemies towards you. Shocking grasp, you have to be within melee range of them. So, not sure if that's a route you want to go, but I know once you get past like cantrip levels, there's at least a few.
Also, I didn't choose the picture for my character on my character sheet because I didn't really like any of them, and it doesn't really fit with what I imagine my character looking like. But I did put a description of what my character looks like, so don't worry.
It's all right. Greensy didn't choose the picture either.
Well, I chose a picture after I had already uploaded it.
Oh,
Well, I feel like choosing a picture makes it take away of what you
I
want
see
it
it
to
now.
look like.
Yeah, I see it now. You can upload a custom picture if you get someone to draw one for you.
Hey, it's a good thing I know as an artist as a brother.
I'm not taking commissions at the moment.
But what do you think about that description?
Your description.
Yeah, for my character.
I'm not seeing that on your character sheet.
It's right beside feats and traits.
It's interesting. Yeah, I am not seeing your description.
Hey,
You
I'm
don't
back.
see where it says actions, inventory, features and traits, and description?
No, when I click on feats and traits, there's class features, racial traits, and feats.
No, he means the description tab.
Yeah.
Because you have all the different tabs at the top of that box over there. There's one labeled description. I don't know if you can see it if you're looking at somebody else's sheet.
Because it's not on there, so
So I'm guessing we're starting at level 1.
yeah.
Opinion on utilizing science in D&D. I will abuse the fuck out of my bachelor's degree in chemistry.
There's the alchemist artificer.
I thought you said you had a degree in psychology.
I have a doctorate in psychology and a bachelor's in chemistry.
Ah. Sounds like you would want to get a class where you could be an alchemist.
There is a class for it. It's the Alchemist subclass for Artificer. They're an intelligence half-caster. They're from Tasha's, though, so I don't know if that's something that everyone can see.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
I am not able.
What my character sheet have to do?
Since I don't have access to Artificer, I'm just going to, for now, set it up as Sorcerer.
With certain backgrounds, you can actually get proficiency in certain tools, and you can pick alchemist supplies as the tool.
Ooh.
So you can do it with any class. It's just with Artificer you get extra bonuses to your alchemy.
So yeah, I don't get why my description doesn't pull up for him on D&D Beyond.
I just don't think third parties can look at it.
Well, but isn't that the whole point of having a description? Is for other people to see?
Well, you can make a PDF that'll have all the information.
Yeah, if you have a character sheet on D&D Beyond, you can click on the character like where your picture of them is. A little thing in the sidebar will come up, and all the way down the bottom there's an export to PDF thing. So you'll have all of the things on your character sheet at the moment, and you'll have room to type in extra stuff.
Huh. I would just like to mention the automatic language that it wants me to start with as half elf is orc.
You should be able to change that.
Yeah, but just the fact that that was the default.
Don't worry. When I did it, you wanted my first language to be Abyssal.
Think I might do primordial.
If it's for your first two languages, you're gonna want the race that you're part of, and then well, if you're what race are you?
Half elf, so I can
So
speak I can speak, read, and write common, elvish, and primordial.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah, D&D with certain races, half elf specifically, it will give you both common and elvish by default, and then it'll let you pick a third because it's a third of your choice.
Yeah, so it's kind of like how I had to choose to be a noble to get my third option. So we got me. Oh, didn't mean to say that so loud. We got me who can talk to angels and anything that's a celestial. Now we got a man who can talk to the elements for us.
I would just like to mention the proficiencies it wants me to start off with are deception and intimidation.
What class are you?
Sorcerer
Uh,
of the Draconic bloodline.
I feel like
Draconic.
D&D Beyond wants you to play an half orc barbarian.
Hmm. So, what should be my dragon ancestor, guys? What color?
Should definitely go for red. Should definitely go for red.
Or I could go gold.
Yeah.
Green's always good.
True.
Red isn't like red. Red and black is the most evil of dragons, aren't they?
Let's see. Black acid.
Chromatic dragons
blue
are generally
lightning.
the evil or generally the evil ones. The metallic ones are generally neutral but can be evil. They don't really
Brass.
like each other, so
Brass is fire. Bronze is lightning. I think copper's acid. Gold is fire. Green is poison. Red is fire. Silver is cold, and so is white.
I think if you go with the golden ancestry line, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure, at least used to, later on throughout the game, you have a chance of unlocking the ability to be the descendant of the dragon god.
Congrats to me. I can now speak a fourth language. I can speak Draconic.
Nice. Now don't go seducing dragons.
Damn.
Because that's my job.
You're our bard?
No. I am a rogue. For now.
I think the last thing that seduced a dragon was a donkey. So
You know, actually, I got to thinking. Instead of multi-classing into a wizard when I turn level 2, should I multi-class into a cleric since I'm trying to become a god?
Thing is, I'm going to be multi-classing into ranger.
Oh, nice. Greensy is also a ranger.
I see. Level 18. Draconic presence. Ah.
So, when we're multi-classing, we can still do subclasses when we get to a high enough level to do it, can't we?
Yeah.
yes, because that's part of how leveling up works in 5th edition.
Alright.
Level 3.
So I can still become a scallywag.
Level 3, I get meta magic.
Yeah, anything to do with the draconic stuff is like the more you level up, the faster you become OP. I think that's why in 6th edition, I'm pretty sure that's why they're taking out the Dragonborn as playable characters.
Okay, doing the funny rolls. Ooh, a 9. Ugh. Wow. 2 14s, a 15, 11, 12, and a 9.
It's not too bad.
I agree. I think I'm gonna go strength 9.
Wait. What was your class again?
Sorcerer.
And then your next class was a ranger.
Yes.
You might want to ask Gringsy what what to put your second highest roll best into is. So when you transition into your second class, you'll have a high point for whatever is most needed on the ranger.
Rangers
I
are
believe,
dexterity and wisdom.
Yeah, it's dexterity and wisdom I just heard the word. What was the word?
So you would probably want to put your highest. You'd want to put your highest rolls into dexterity, wisdom, and intelligence.
Sorcerers are charisma casters.
Yeah.
Oh, they're charisma casters.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
Even better. 15 charisma.
Hey, you could persuade just about anybody.
Yeah, but if you're looking to do alchemy, alchemy is intelligence based. So
Yeah,
12
but
in 12 in
that's why-
intelligence.
yeah, that's why multiclassing when you're doing that kind of stuff is difficult, because then you have too many primary stats and not enough that are good enough.
Constitution 11.
Because I believe for ranger you have to have a 12 in dex and wisdom. Or
I
11.
think 13 is
Oh,
to
13.
multiclass into them. I think is
Yeah.
13 to start. I don't think it actually matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to start.
Well, good news is I have a 14 in dexterity and a 14 in wisdom. And my half-elf bonuses, let's see, what should that go to?
That goes automatically to charisma +2.
oh yeah, Sarah, what race are you?
Right now, I have myself penned in as a Kalashtar, which are like a psionic race.
Ah.
Hence
Gringsy.
why I wanted to go for the full psionic build.
I'm a
Yeah.
halfling.
Oh, you're a halfling?
Yeah,
Nice.
like halfling.
Do halflings speak Elvish?
No,
They
but
can.
I get that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Does
halflings don't by
my-
default.
Does anybody here do
That's
speak Elvish
for-
besides me and Justice?
I do actually.
Oh crap.
I get that from my class.
Yeah, I get it as part of the extra language feature.
Oh, man.
Okay.
This is gonna be a fun one. You guys are gonna roll up into an elven village, and we're just gonna be like, huh? It's like, oh, you want someone to adventure with you? Okay, fuck.
I think we're meeting in a tavern for this, because I think we're doing a starting campaign. Yeah,
Oh my god, my wisdom. Holy fuck.
what's your wisdom?
15 with a modifier of +2 with a racial bonus of 1.
So you got a really high wisdom.
Yes.
What's your charisma sitting at with the modifiers?
Give me one moment. Oh my fucking god. Base score 15 +2 +3.
So you have an 18 +4.
You have a 21 no matter what you roll on charisma. You can persuade. I hope to God you put one of your proficiencies is persuasion, because you can persuade anybody anything. You could persuade a god into freeing you if you were to ever get trapped.
My proficiencies are persuasion and intimidation.
Oh, nice. I need to look at my my proficiencies real quick, actually.
You got proficiency in acrobatics, deception, history, persuasion, religion, sleight of hand, and stealth.
I think that's pretty good. I was meaning to also get animal handling, but I went with religion instead for
My
then.
background is sage.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes.
Wait, if you're half elf, how are you a descendant of a dragon?
Sorcerer.
Giggity, giggity.
That's
Giggity,
yeah, it's
giggity.
his sorcerer's origin.
Oh.
I'm half elf. The
I
rest
believe
is a clusterfuck of genetics.
Sage gives you 2 extra languages to learn too.
You know,
God. Oh god.
you should learn deep speech.
Hmm.
But most people's family tree is a straight line. I think your character's family tree is probably like one of them African trees that grow all wildly with all the multiple branches.
Indeed.
Oh, I thought
Tree.
it was going to be a Mobius strip where it folds in on itself.
Okay, so I have a base proficiency in history. Should I also pick one? Pick a proficiency in medicine? Makes sense. I'm a sage.
Yeah. That would come in handy if we get hurt and we don't have any like say we get poisoned and we don't have any poison treatments on us, you can make some medicine for it.
So due to my shit, I have the background feature of researcher. When you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not have that information, you often know where and, and from whom you can obtain it.
Hey, Justice, when you go to put your religion in, you should put inside your religion you believe in the god Fae.
The god of faith?
No, just the god Fae, Fae.
Uh, hmm.
He's trying to start a cult.
I'm
I'm
gonna
starting
go.
a cult.
I'm gonna go chaotic neutral
Hey,
because.
I'm chaotic neutral too.
And what did you say, faith wise?
Type in that you worship the goddess Fae, Fae.
My lifestyle. Let's see. Thing is, I'm an old ass half elf, dragon, sorcerer. I'd have to say I'm wealthy.
How old are we talking? I heard myself opening my can on your mic, H.
Personality traits. I could pick the personality trait of I've read every book in the world's greatest libraries.
That'd probably go along pretty well with your class and everything.
I'll be right
I
back.
speak slowly when talking to idiots, which almost everyone is compared to me. I'm convinced that people are always trying to steal my secrets. My secrets. I use polysyllabic words to convey the great impression of. ideals. No limits, nothing should fetter the infinite possibilities inherent of all existence. That our knowledge is power. And the path to domination. You know what? Knowledge is power. Bond. I've been searching my whole life for the answer to a certain question. That or I sold my soul for knowledge, but joke's on them, I was a ginger. You know what? The goal of my campaign is to get my soul back.
It's a steep price for a library book.
I could pick the flaw of unlocking an ancient mystery is worth is worth the price of a civilization. Am I affiliated with any organizations? I feel like that is too much effort.
I think that's something to fill out when you get more to the adventure.
Whenever we're actually set the fuck up. Are we using weight limits?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Also, can I just mention, I love that it automatically gives me the ability to, it's like, crossbow? Light? Other possessions. Bong.
I have
Quantity.
returned.
Quantity 1.
Hey, Blitz. So, I just found out how dumb I am.
Yeah.
So you know how I had a Discord for my Twitch all this time, right?
Yeah.
I just found out when I was looking inside my Twitch that I made it to where the Twitch notifications couldn't be seen by all the people in it. And I had just now fixed that. And I've had my Discord for months.
Gotta add arcane foci. What is our weight limit? Oh, gracious DM, GM, whatever you wish to go by.
If you, I think because the 5e rules, I believe it's you multiply your strength score by 15 pounds. So you do you do your, so you do whatever your strength is times 15.
135.
What's your strength score?
9.
Ah,
I love that there's something called bad news bullets.
Wait, so you said
That's
it's
the
our strength?
ammunition for our critical role subclass.
So you said it's our strength times 15. My strength is 13. Let me calculate that real quick.
It's 195.
Don't mind me, I'm also going to have poison.
So you're telling me I can carry the weight of another skinny grown man?
Hmm.
I can carry more weight than how much my character weighs.
That's just RPG sets.
Permission to start to start with a wand of war magic.
What is that?
It is a rare wand that gives a +2 bonus to attack spells.
well, it's just a +2 one.
Also, in addition, I ignore half cover when making an attack spell. If I have that.
It doesn't seem too overpowered. I guess it'll work.
Alrighty. My wand sorted out. Just a bag of holding straight off the bat, you know. What about a cloak of protection? You gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while wearing the cloak.
Yeah, you can wear that.
Sweet. Ooh, or do I want the cloak of elven kind?
What does the
Well,
Cloak of Elvenkind do?
While you wear this cloak with its hood up, wisdom and perception checks against me have a disadvantage. And you have an advantage on dexterity/stealth checks made to hide. The cloak's color shifts to camouflage you. Yeah. Protection or stealth? Protection. God, I'm only at 78 pounds. Fuck. Since I have a feeling that I have the highest charisma, I'm gonna get an abacus. Highest charisma and highest intelligence. It's like, excuse me, these prices, they don't seem quite right.
I just realized I have a +2 proficiency bonus. Hang on.
You have a what?
I have a +2 to anything that I'm proficient in.
That's how 5th edition works. Level 1, your proficiency bonus is +2.
So deception is charisma.
Hmm.
So with my proficient bonusy, and so if I do deception, I have a 17 bonus. So we got a man over here who can persuade anyone to do anything. We have someone who can deceive anybody.
And I can sneak into anywhere.
Yes.
This is looking to be a very interesting adventure.
Indeed.
And me and Justice are both chaotic neutral.
Apparently I have a +2 initiative.
Really?
Yeah.
It's based on your dex modifier. That's all it is.
What's your walking speed?
It's pretty average.
30 feet.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
base walking speed is 30 feet.
Hey, I'm faster than you.
That's because you're racially they get a +5 to their base movement speed. There's ways to increase it past that.
What is your armor class?
It's that's what
14.
enemy has. I have to roll if I'm playing as an enemy to if I can hit you.
Although I don't understand because I've always played before now. I've always played as true neutral, but it wouldn't allow me to choose true neutral.
It's just labeled as neutral. It doesn't specify as true neutral, I think.
I think it's just some DMs will say true neutral as a way of separation.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a good thing I went with chaotic neutral with how much I can deceive people.
Monarch, just take a cheeky little look at my character sheet. I get a +5 charisma saving throw.
Here, while I look at yours, take a look at mine. And of course, thank you for joining my religion, where we worship me.
Well, it's good to know that I'm going to be the brains of this operation. Also, the speaker of this, However, I will not be the most dexterous.
No, I have a higher intelligence than you. Of course, I'm not gonna use it that well.
But does everybody have their character sheets all made up?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh, make sure to go to the Trello board and put the link to your character sheet for Blitz. Also, I think there's something wrong with your Beyond Blitz, because I'm able to look at Justice's feet like what he looks like.
He probably allowed it so you can look at his description.
Oh, what the fuck I'm doing? Don't give me that much credit. So where do I put it?
If you go to the B-board tab, you'll see a link to the Trello, and you can put it under the character sheets card on the Trello website.
I am high and tired and very stupid.
Here, I'll put the link in there for you.
Thank you.
Did you finish yours, Sarah?
I have a sheet. I'm not entirely certain whether I'm gonna stick with this or not, which is why I haven't posted anything yet.
All right. Well, we have it in a whole nother week, so.
So are you going to be live streaming this or some shit?
I know Monarch is, and because he was wanting to live stream, I guess he wants to do Critical Role.
What do you mean?
You don't know what Critical Role is?
No.
They do like Dungeons and Dragons, and they get celebrities and stuff on there.
Oh.
They're like the largest D&D stream on anywhere.
Yeah.
They're made up of group is made up of a bunch of voice actors
Oh,
for the most
wow.
part, and they bring in certain celebrities sometimes to join in every once in a while.
well, I
It's like
I was just wanting to stream it because I've been needing to stream more, and D&D sessions usually take over 2 hours, so I was thinking, yeah, this would be good to stream.
that's another thing I'm talking. I was wanting to see how long y'all wanted each session to be.
I personally don't have a preference, you know.
Yeah, me neither. Like I'm in PST, so this is early for me.
There
I
you
know
go.
average is about 2 to 4 hours average.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. I have an advantage against being charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep.
Yeah, that's part of being part elf. You also don't sleep, so when we take a rest, we can't be attacked in our sleep because we meditate. We don't sleep.
Isn't the meditation just for short rests?
No, you can go into
You can do
meditation for
longer ones.
yeah, because it's basically the elf's form of sleeping.
We're just constantly. It's like, hey, wake up! We're getting attacked.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I just fucking laid my head down and spent 2.5 hours. Get your ass up.
Well, I know one DM I played under. That's why he didn't like me playing as an elf. Because he had a whole part set up to where we would get ambushed in our sleep, and it was more of a if you don't roll the right way, you're gonna die. But he got mad because since I'm an elf, I don't sleep, and they woke me up instantly, so I was able to wake up the party.
Thing is, with So, what do you normally put into your your perceptions, because there's some people that do wisdom, some people that do dex, there's some people that do a combo.
You said for what?
For perception.
Perception's a wisdom, I believe.
Yeah, it is wisdom, which I have a -1 on.
15 plus 2, so 17.
Hey, it's kind of like real life. I'm not very perceptive in D&D and real life.
So if you're doing a perception check, because you have proficiency in perception, you would get a +4 modifier for your perception checks.
I love the fact that
17
it's just gonna be
One,
try me, bitch.
22, 23, 24, 25.
With your charisma and everything the way it is,
I have
you shouldn't have any problem convincing people to do things.
fucking
Adrian, I will be the best person at stealth and sleight of hand because every roll I might make will get a +25 on it.
I do
We'll make
have
it
I do have a proficiency in perception. Lovely. Lovely.
So, hang on.
Wow, whenever you accidentally press on the perception one, you roll a nat 20.
So, I have, so for sleight of hand and stealth, right, it's dexterity, which I have a 17 for dexterity, so which gives me a +3. And because I'm proficient in both, I get a +5 on top of that. Not to mention my proficiency bonus, which gives me a +2. So, almost no matter what I roll, as long as it isn't a 1, I am going to be able to steal and stealth past whatever.
80-foot range with my light crossbow. Due to my shit, I have a +4 roll bonus with my crossbow. Holy fuck. And I'm not even a ranger. Oh.
Hey, so every roll I make for deception, I get a 17 on. That's pretty good.
Well, I guess if everybody's done with it so far, we can probably call an end to this session and reconvene next Saturday.
I get an 18 for Arcana. Acrobatics, let's see here. Oh my god, I get a 27 for acrobatics too. I can flip and jump over everything.
If you go over to my inventory and scroll all the way down to other possessions, bong, amount 1.
So are we ending it here?
Yeah, I guess, because everybody's ready, and then Sarah, you can upload yours whenever you're ready to submit it.
Yeah.